Hello there, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Astrology Unlocked. Have you ever gazed into a fire and wondered why, though it is all born of the same element, some flames dance as gentle, guiding lights in the darkness, while others roar like a wildfire, consuming all in their path to forge something entirely new? Could it be, my dear friend, that on the very day you were born, the cosmos etched a sacred code upon your very soul? A divine blueprint, written in starlight and fire, that preordained the unique way your power, your passion, and your magnificent Aries spirit would be revealed to the world. Stay with me on this journey, for in our final moments together, I will share a cosmic truth about the Aries destiny that may send shivers of recognition right through your being. An ancient prophecy once spoke of the ram as the divine spark, the soul holding the key to igniting great change in the destiny of the world. Do you dare to believe that this sacred calling has been whispering your name all along? And now, let us begin our journey together. Let us step through the celestial gates and discover the first expression of the Aries spirit. The souls born between March 21st and March 25th. The primordial sparks. Do you not already feel it, dear Aries? The truth that not all of you are forged in the exact same celestial fire, beneath the vibrant, crimson light of your ruling planet, Mars. Each birth date gifts an Aries soul with a unique frequency of power. It is like the hidden spectrum within a single, brilliant flame, seemingly one color, yet containing an infinite array of potent energies. Some of you are born with a quiet, unyielding courage that moves mountains without a sound. Some of you carry a burning ambition that paints new constellations in the sky. And some of you possess a magnetic, creative fire that can change the energy of an entire generation simply by being your authentic self. Today, we will embark on a sacred exploration, a journey into the birth dates of the most powerful expressions of the Aries soul, to help you see and claim the true, magnificent strength the universe has placed within you. I invite you to journey with me until the very end, for I will reveal a profound secret meant only for those Aries born on the final threshold of your sign. A place where destiny itself takes a sharp and unexpected turn into a new dimension of being. And if you feel that divine spark, that familiar fire trembling in your heart with each word I share, consider this a cosmic sign. Seal this moment of recognition with a like, an energetic affirmation that you are ready to receive. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to become a cherished part of our Astrology Unlocked family, our tribe of cosmic pioneers. And in the comments below, leave your birth date. Then stay open and watch as surprising and delightful insights about yourself begin to unfold. The universe has messages waiting just for you. Now let us truly begin with those Aries born between March 21st and March 25th, the souls I lovingly call the primordial sparks. There is something so profoundly special, so pure about this first group of Aries. You enter this world as the very first spark of the astrological new year. Your energy is unfiltered, courageous, and breathtakingly new. From your earliest days, you carry within you an intuitive knowing, not a complicated strategy, but a pure, unshakable impulse to begin, to act, to move. While others wait for a map, you are the one who draws it. Your gift is the courage of the pioneer, the one who takes that first, terrifying, exhilarating step into the unknown. Your power is not loud or boastful. It is the quiet, earth-shattering power of a single seed breaking through concrete. It is the courage of the first drop of rain that dares to start a storm. I remember a dear friend, an Aries born on March 22nd. She saw a need in her community for a space where lonely elders could gather. She had no money, no plan, no support. Everyone told her it was impossible, but she didn't listen to the noise. She listened to the fire in her heart. She started with a single flyer, a single pot of tea, and 2 chairs in a local park. That was it. That was the spark. Today, that small act of courage has grown into a thriving center that serves hundreds. She didn't have a grand design, she just had the courage to begin. Her strength wasn't in her resources, it was in her unwavering belief in that initial spark. And this, beautiful souls, is the profound lesson that these early Aries whisper to us all. True world-changing power does not always lie in grand strategies or thunderous declarations. It lies in the purity of your intention, in your divine connection to the impulse of creation, and in the courage to take that first step, even when your legs are trembling. In a world paralyzed by overthinking, your decisive spark becomes a beacon of hope for countless souls. Have you ever felt that electrifying pull to just do something, even when you couldn't explain why? That is your divine gift, a superpower not everyone is blessed with. Pause for a moment and feel that within you. If this resonates with your soul, let us anchor this truth. Comment below with the sacred affirmation: I am the spark that lights the way. This is a declaration to the universe that you honor your pioneering spirit and a message to other Aries that they are not alone in their sacred duty to begin. And you know, my friends, not every Aries is meant to be just the initial spark. Some are born with a fire that is destined to grow, to lead, and to build empires from that first flicker of light. Imagine this: there are Aries who are born not just to start the journey, but to command the entire expedition. They enter this world between March 26th and March 31st, and within their very being echoes a powerful, stabilizing fire. I call them the commanders of the flame. While the primordial sparks are the lightning strike, these Aries are the heart of the volcano, immense, foundational, and a source of enduring power. The fire within their hearts is not just to illuminate their own path, but to become a steady, unwavering beacon that guides entire legions of souls. Others may see chaos, but these Aries see a path to victory. They see the moving pieces, the strategies, the long-term vision. They possess a unique blend of Aries courage and an innate, almost regal sense of responsibility. I once worked under the leadership of an Aries born on March 28th. He was the quietest person in the room. He never raised his voice, never dominated conversations. But when he spoke, his words carried the weight of a mountain. His vision was so clear, his belief in his team so absolute, that we would have followed him anywhere. He didn't lead with force. He led with an unshakable inner fire. He made you want to be better, to find your own courage, to contribute your own spark to his magnificent, growing flame. In that moment, I realized that true Aries leadership is not about being the loudest voice in the room, but about being the strongest anchor in the storm. And yet, this incredible strength does not come from a desire for control or domination. Their true power lies in their ability to see the potential in others, and to forge a collective dream into a tangible reality. Every challenge to them is not a setback, but an opportunity to strengthen their resolve. They are the ones who, in the face of failure, do not crumble, but instead stand taller, their fire burning brighter against the darkness. You might look at an Aries like this and wonder, how can they remain so calm, so certain amidst such chaos? It is because within them there is a sacred calling, a whisper from the universe reminding them, you did not come here to falter. You came to turn a spark into an empire, and your fire is the foundation upon which new worlds are built. Do you recognize that quiet, unyielding strength within yourself? The ability to see the grander picture when everyone else is lost in the details? This is the fertile ground where your miracles will grow. For these Aries, every challenge is merely fuel for the soul's forge. Let your heart speak its powerful truth. Comment below, my fire builds empires. Let this be a soul ritual, an affirmation of the incredible foundational power that flows through your veins. Let our Aries community see one another, recognize this immense strength, and lift each other up on this magnificent journey. And then, my dear friends, you will see not every Aries burns with the steady heat of a commander. Some are born to dance, to dazzle, to change the world, not through structure, but through the sheer, unbridled joy of their creative expression. Can you see it? Beyond the disciplined fire of leadership, there is another, equally potent form of Aries, born in the brilliant light of early April. From April 1st to April 6th, they arrive, carrying within them not the weight of command, but the radiant, playful light of the sun itself. People call them the creative innovators, the dazzling fireworks of the zodiac. Once, I attended a gallery opening, a stark, minimalist space filled with quiet, serious patrons. And then, an Aries born on April the 3rd walked in. She wasn't the loudest person, nor the most flamboyantly dressed, yet the entire atmosphere of the room shifted. It was as if someone had suddenly turned up the color saturation. She radiated a joy, a passion for life, a creative spark that was utterly infectious. I watched as she spoke about her art, her hands dancing, her eyes blazing with a light that seemed to come from another dimension. She wasn't just talking about paintings, she was talking about the fire of creation itself. And in that moment, I realized it was not the pull of her appearance, but a sacred, creative aura the universe had placed within her heart. A presence that made others feel not just safe, but inspired, compelling them to look within and find their own dormant sparks of joy. What makes this group of Aries so breathtakingly powerful is not control, but their ability to influence through inspiration. They do not need to force or to demand. They only need to be their brilliant, authentic selves, and within that presence, others feel the energy shift. They feel the stirring of their own forgotten dreams, their own hearts softening and opening to the possibility of joy. The lesson here is so profound. Inspiration is not something to be manufactured. It is a natural byproduct of a soul set ablaze with its own passion. The creative innovator proves that the greatest power is not in making others obey, but in making them dream, in moving them to dance willingly in the light of your joyful fire. Have you ever felt that you didn't need to have a plan, but that your mere presence, your enthusiasm, could ignite an entire room and turn a mundane moment into a magical one? Inspiration is not demanded. it is joyfully given. That is the invisible strength, the divine blessing bestowed upon the Aries who carry the creative frequency of the sun. Pause for a moment. Listen to your heart's joyful whisper. If you were born on these days, write this down as a mark of your soul's purpose. I create with the fire of the sun. This is not just a phrase, my beautiful friend, but a vow, a calling sent to your own being that you have, you are, and you will continue to lead through the sheer, dazzling brilliance of your creative spirit. But my friends, this is only part of our sacred journey, because not all Aries stop at creative expression. Some are born to become the fierce protectors of the dream, the guardians of the flame, using their incredible strength to build shields of light around those they love. Do you remember when we touched upon the creative Aries who carry the sun's fire? We felt the power of inspiration. But where that light meets the darkness, another form of Aries exists. Those born from April the 7th to April 12th. They do not only shine for the sake of beauty, they shine to ward off the shadows. They quietly move forward, building fortresses of love and loyalty, stone by sacred stone. They are called the guardians of the flame. They are like the eternal flame that burns on a sacred altar, steady, watchful, and fiercely protective. At first, you may only see their calm, confident exterior. But over the years, through countless battles fought in silence, they have forged an unshakable shield of courage. Aries of this group carry the expansive heart of Jupiter, woven with the warrior instincts of Mars. This divine union of compassion and courage creates a very special kind of strength. They know how to dream of a better world, and they know how to fight to protect it. I will never forget an Aries woman I knew, born on April 10th. She was a lawyer who defended children. In the courtroom, she was a warrior, her words like sharpened steel, her resolve unbreakable. But when she spoke to the children she represented, her fire softened into the warmest, most gentle glow. She told me once, "I don't fight because I hate what's in front of me. I fight because I love what's behind me." Hearing that, I was silenced. I understood that some souls are not born to seek personal glory, but to prove that the greatest courage is the fire you use in service of protecting others. The profound lesson this group of Aries gives to us is this: the greatest victories are not won for oneself, but for the tribe. True strength is measured not by the crowns you wear, but by the hearts you have shielded from the storm. In a world that often celebrates selfish ambition, they choose the path of the protector, the champion of the underdog. And when they succeed, they do not stand alone in the spotlight. They create a circle of light where others can feel safe and empowered. Have you ever seen an Aries who doesn't boast, who doesn't speak much of their own battles, but when you look closer, you realize they have built an unshakable foundation of safety for their family, their friends, their community? They are the invisible guardians of our world, building bridges of safety and homes of light without ever needing applause. The question for your heart right now is, how many times have you put yourself on the line for someone else? How many times have you stood up against the darkness, not for yourself, but for a cause or a person you believe in? If you are an Aries born between April 7th and April 12th, know that within you lies the strength to guard, to protect, and to become a sanctuary of light for those you love. Let your soul be seen and acknowledged. Comment below, "I am the guardian of the flame." This is not merely a sentence. It is a declaration that you have been chosen by the universe to rise in defense of the light, to become the shield that never breaks. And as you write this, you are not only reminding yourself of your sacred duty, you are planting a seed of courage in another Aries who is learning how to wield their own protective fire. But you know, the journey of the Aries soul does not end here. For there are those born not just to spark, to lead, to create, or to protect, but to be reborn from the flames entirely. They carry within them the fire of all the Aries that came before, yet they also hold the wisdom of the earth that follows. They are the masters of transformation, the messengers of rebirth. After passing through the protective fire of the Guardian, we find a sacred band of days at the very end of this fiery constellation. These are the souls born between April the 13th and April 19th. They stand upon the powerful threshold between endings and beginnings, between the pure fire of Aries and the grounded earth of Taurus. They do not belong solely to the fire. They also carry within them the deep foundational wisdom of what it takes to make things last. People call them the phoenixes, the sacred voices of rebirth. These Aries do not live to walk the well-trodden paths. They are born to demonstrate the power of rising from the ashes. In their hearts, the universe planted a seed of resilience, waiting to awaken in the twilight soil between two worlds. That is why they can be as impulsive and daring as any Aries, yet they also possess a surprising, deep-seated wisdom that comes from enduring the flames. I still remember an Aries friend born on April 17th. He had built a successful business from scratch, his life's work. And then, through a series of betrayals, he lost everything. It was a collapse so total it seemed impossible to recover from. But instead of breaking, he disappeared for a while. When he returned, he was different. The arrogant fire was gone, replaced by a quiet, knowing glow. He began to mentor young entrepreneurs, teaching them not just how to succeed, but how to survive failure. He built a new legacy, not of wealth, but of wisdom. He had been through the fire, and he had been reborn. That is what makes this final group of Aries so utterly extraordinary. They are not afraid of collapse. They are the embodiment of resurrection itself. They dare to face the flames, to let the old self burn away, and they dare to step into the new and give it birth. In their hearts, fierce courage and profound patience live side by side, not in opposition, but in a sacred, powerful harmony. The lesson they leave us with is this: do not fear what is collapsing in your life, for sometimes ruin is only the sacred fire that purifies, making way for a new dawn. You may lose, you may ache, but within that ache, the universe is forging a new chapter for you. It wants you to step out of the old identity that has long decayed and enter the radiant doorway of your truest, most resilient self. Have you ever felt that you are no longer the person you were yesterday? Have you ever looked in the mirror and realized that though the scars of your battles remain, in your eyes, a new, unbreakable strength is already burning? You are not here to repeat history. You are here to prove that the soul can be reborn, stronger and more brilliant, many times within a single lifetime. If you are one of these magnificent phoenix souls, let your heart affirm what the universe sowed in you from the very beginning. Write it down as a ritual of the soul. From the ashes, I rise. This is a message to yourself and also a powerful call to other Aries to awaken the sleeping power of resilience in their own hearts. The same light you now carry. You see, my beautiful friends, the journey through each birthday date of Aries is like traveling through the heart of a sacred celestial fire. Every flicker, every spark, every ember carries a different shade of light. From the primordial sparks, to the commanders of the flame, to the creative innovators, to the guardians, and finally to the phoenixes. All of it is you. All of it is the divine, fiery mosaic the universe entrusted to your soul. And here is that hidden truth, the secret I promised you must hear with your heart. The day you were born was no accident. It was the sacred signature of your destiny, and that ancient prophecy of the divine spark. It wasn't about a single person. It was about the collective energy of Aries. Each of you holds a piece of that key. In every moment, in every wound, and in every victory, the universe is whispering to you that you are utterly unique. No one can replicate your specific spark. No one can carry your flame, and no one can write the magnificent fiery story you were born to live. I believe that every Aries, no matter which group you belong to, carries a sacred mission. You may be the one who bravely sparks a new beginning. You may be the one who leads others with a steady, commanding light. You may simply radiate creative joy like a brilliant sun. You may be the patient guardian of all that is precious. Or you may be the living proof that we can rise from any ending. But whatever your place, you are living proof that courage, passion, resilience, and faith in oneself can exist together, weaving into one another, transforming your soul into an irreplaceable gift for this world. Ask yourself, beautiful soul, do you sometimes feel you are too much, too passionate, too impulsive, too fiery for this world? Have there been nights you have stared into the darkness, wondering if anyone truly understands the fire that burns within you? Today, let these words reach the very core of your being. If the sun has never doubted its right to shine, then neither should you. You were not born merely to survive in the shadows. You were born to love fiercely, to lead courageously, to create brilliantly, and to forge paths where none existed before. And right now, if you feel your own soul warming, your inner fire glowing brighter, take it as a direct confirmation from the universe. A like is not just a click, it is a spark of acknowledgement for your own soul's journey. A subscribe is not just following, it is a sacred promise to continue walking this path of awakening and tending to your inner flame. And a share is not just passing it on, it is passing the torch, offering light to another Aries so they too may find and claim their own magnificent power. Thank you, beautiful Aries souls, for being here, for listening, and for allowing these cosmic whispers to touch your heart. May your path always be illuminated by the brilliant, unwavering radiance of your own light. You are the rare, courageous gift this world so desperately needs, and I am so deeply and truly grateful to have you in this sacred circle.